Non-Emergency Medical Transportation. A User's Guide, Part 3. Rideshare Specifics. Disclaimer. This video is not authorized by any of the benefactors or government agencies involved. As this is a senior-oriented channel, some of my comments will be specific to Medicare-related information. Other than that, my advice applies to everyone. Rideshare systems use texting for automated functions. There is no human intervention. The reservation must have the correct cell phone number to reach the member at. The text must appear on your phone. If your cell phone number is changed for any reason, have your reservation updated as soon as possible. When texted with an estimated arrival time, be outside by that time and use the tracking app if possible. The only messages the driver can see is the directions included in the reservation. There is no way to contact the driver once they have picked up the trip. If you want to be called or texted on arrival, be certain to include that request in the reservation. Take care not to accidentally cancel the trip when texting the driver vehicle information. Rideshare driver availability is completely voluntary. They have the right to refuse a trip if they choose to. Long trips are unattractive for them, as they will have to return to their home region without compensation. Return trips are a completely separate process. If they wait for the member for a quick turnaround, there is no guarantee that the driver will be able to get a specific return trip. Also, driver availability may be limited late at night or in the early morning hours. Dedicated transportation providers, like most businesses, want repeat customers. Rideshare has no provisions to match specific members to drivers. If something is left behind in a rideshare vehicle, a subsequent passenger may collect it. The driver may not find it until they clean the vehicle. Again, there is no human intervention to notify the driver of property left in the vehicle. Property recovery is also automated. Per Google, Lyft advises to use the Lyft app or the option in the receipt email to message the driver. Uber has more than one process found by Google. Please search for these processes to find the best one for you. As always, read the URL to determine the possibility of going to a fraudulent website. Please be mindful of possessions when exiting a vehicle. Recovering them can be extremely difficult. The NEMT Reservation Center cannot reach the drivers directly. As the trip is paid for by a third party, the trip will not be on the member's app. There will be no email receipt the member can access. Ride Assist is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As soon as something changes with your trip, call it in. Rescheduling the date of a trip will cancel the existing date. The new date must meet notice requirements to be allowed. If a facility asks you to come in on an earlier date, be certain that it is not going to cause a notice issue. Decline if necessary. Remember, notice is based on business days. When the reservation lines are closed, these days do not count towards notice requirements. Depending on plan requirements, urgent trips can take several hours to get the member transported. Recovery trips can take up to 2 hours to find transportation. Understand the allotted time after activating will call and transportation arrival. It varies by state. The only question received so far is how to get around the interactive voice system. Try saying Ride Assist until the algorithm defaults to transferring you to a representative. Thank you. Your kind attention is greatly appreciated. Should you have questions not answered here, please leave them in the comments below. They will be answered as update videos. Please stand by for a new channel feature. Looking forward to the changes that this brings. To make a long story short, after retiring, my chosen business was buying storage lockers and turning the contents for profit. It took me about 3 months to discover that Storage Wars was not my friend. 2 problems. One man's trash is still trash. The other is that people would bid up the price beyond profitability. Once that dream bit the dust, my XYL, the love of my life, and I decided we would take up the RV life. I even bought the truck. Meet the Bandit. 381 horses, 401 pound-feet of torque. Throws you back in the seat when the pedal hits the metal. The salesman opens the console and says, "Look here, it has a gun safe." All I could say was, "Sold." He stole my heart, picked my pocket at the same time. That's how he got his name. The most expensive 4 wheels I ever bought, second only to a Class A motorhome, sporting dual rear wheels. Cost more than twice of my first home. My wife and I decided living on the road was too risky for the 2 chihuahuas we had at the time. Then COVID hit. 3 years without a dog in our house. We could take it no longer. The newest addition to our household. She got me to thinking. I want this to be a community. So those of you that want to share your pictures and stories about your pets, Pepper's Critter Corner is the place to be. The details to follow. Let's keep this simple. By submitting a photo, sketch, painting, carving, sculpture, or story, the contributor consents to publication. Beyond the given name of your pet and a visual representation or story, let me know what you want specifically presented. Otherwise, it will not be included. If you want your name and or location published, you have to say so. After that, your information will remain private. There is no marketing list for sale here. As I am in the beginning stage, the website is at least 45 days out. The preliminary plan is to follow the old bulletin board system we had before the internet. Your pet and or story will be posted there as well as on the YouTube videos. Your contribution will be presented on 1 or more keynote slides in a 16:9 format, and videos may come later. I am presently not seeking them. As editor-in-chief, I reserve the right to keep the presentations suitable for the public at large. If the terms are acceptable to you, please send your submission to lone.star.retiree@gmail.com. Use the subject line, "Publish my pet, please." Once again, the resident sage. Old guy, here. The weather, it is getting warmer. It is time to think about
Surf, the sun, bikinis.
In the old days, good times were easier to find. As I remember it, this is a nice place to start, but we need some essentials. Maybe some food, there are two of us. Maybe we should spare no expense. And we need a hot babe and some raging tunes. But as you get older, you got more stuff to go with you. It's not long before your road trips look like this. But it's still fun to go.
I would like to take a moment to thank our siblings, past, present, and future, that defend the Republic, and those that serve the public. Thank each and every one of you. If you found value in this video, please like and subscribe. Ring the notification bell if you want to know when the next video is published. Please leave your questions and comments below. Y'all come back now, you hear?